For years, one of the world's most powerful corporations sold us a dream, a car that was fast, efficient, affordable, and clean. It was a miracle of engineering. Or at least that's what we were told. In 2015, the dream shattered. What looked like a technological breakthrough turned out to be one of the boldest corporate scams in history. Volkswagen wasn't just another car company. By the 2000s, they were building an empire. Audi, Porsche, Bentley, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Seat, Skoda. A fleet of brands under one crown. Their strategy was clear: dominate the global market by selling diesel as the future. They claimed diesel engines were no longer dirty, smoky relics of the past. These were clean diesels, engines that offered power, efficiency, and environmental friendliness all at once. It was marketing brilliance. And it worked. Customers lined up. Politicians praised them. Even environmental groups cautiously supported the idea that maybe, just maybe, diesel had gone green. Volkswagen's sales skyrocketed. The dream of clean diesel had captured the world, but the dream was built on a lie. Here's the truth. Diesel engines are efficient, but they have a fatal flaw. They spew out nitrogen oxides, gases that cause smog, acid rain, and respiratory disease. New environmental laws in the US and Europe were strict. Cars needed to pass tough emission tests before being sold. Volkswagen faced a dilemma. They could invest billions in new technology to meet the standards, or they could cheat, and cheating was cheaper. Volkswagen engineers created what they called a defeat device. It wasn't a device at all. It was software. Hidden in the engine's computer, the program could detect when the car was undergoing a lab test. How? Because in tests the wheels spin, but the steering wheel never moves. The moment the car realized it was being tested, it switched into a special low emissions mode. On the rolling road, it looked clean. On paper, it looked legal. In reality, once the test ended and the car hit the road, emissions spiked up to 40 times the legal limit. Millions of cars, marketed as eco-friendly, were quietly pumping poison into the air. For nearly a decade, the scam ran flawlessly. Volkswagen bragged in commercials. Families smiled, politicians cheered, and customers believed. The company sold 11 million vehicles worldwide with defeat devices. That's millions of cars lying every single day. Volkswagen wasn't just cheating a test. They were cheating the planet, and nobody noticed, until a small team of researchers stumbled onto the truth. In 2014, West Virginia University researchers set out to confirm Volkswagen's green claims. They strapped sensors to VW cars and drove them on real roads. What they found was shocking. The cars were spewing nitrogen oxides at up to 40 times the legal limit. At first, they thought it was a glitch, then a mistake. But the evidence piled up. California regulators started asking questions. Volkswagen stalled, denied, made excuses, until they couldn't anymore. In September 2015, after months of pressure, Volkswagen admitted the truth.
VW admitted over the weekend it had fitted several of its US diesel motors with software that provides false emissions data.
The revelation sent shockwaves through the world. Volkswagen, once the symbol of trust and German precision, was suddenly a global villain. Stock prices crashed, executives resigned, and governments launched investigations across continents. The cost? Over $30 billion in fines, lawsuits, and buybacks. It became one of the most expensive corporate scandals in history. Volkswagen's dream of being the world's #1 car maker collapsed overnight. Volkswagen betrayed customers, regulators, and the public. They poisoned the air while pretending to clean it. They destroyed trust in an entire industry. Other car makers came under suspicion. Diesel, once seen as the future, was now a dirty word. In a way, Dieselgate marked the beginning of the end for diesel cars. The scandal pushed the industry toward electric vehicles faster than anyone expected. So what do we learn from Dieselgate? That sometimes the dirtiest engines aren't under the hood. They're in the boardroom. That even the most trusted companies can choose lies over innovation, and that the world's biggest scams don't always look like crime. Sometimes they look like progress. Volkswagen promised us clean diesel. What we got instead was one of the dirtiest lies in corporate history. And if a company that big could lie for that long, with millions of cars on the road, you have to ask yourself, who else is still cheating?
Unclear exactly what he will say, but he is certainly front and center as this scandal continues to grow. Martin Winterkorn, according to reports in Germany, there's a German newspaper out with a report saying that